Peace, fam. How are you? Hope all is well. I am extremely tired. However, however, um, I've been watching what's going on here, right? Um, Facebook. Okay. Facebook has banned the Minister Farrakhan. They have banned InfoWars and a couple more. I think they're so-called alt-right or whatever. You know what I mean? So, with that, not only that, they're saying that anybody who's found associated and affiliated with these groups will be uh, cut off as well. Not only Facebook, because Facebook owns Instagram too, right? Okay, so let's get into it, right? This going on right now, I'm going to call it the calm before the storm, okay? What people fail to realize, I think it was 2018, they began to draw up this policy 3 days ago. It hit the Senate's floor. I know for an actual fact that Florida has already did an anti-Semitism bill there, right? So now they have it. If you say anything about the Jews, right, you can literally go to jail for a hate crime, right? Meanwhile, black people are gunned down all day, every day in these streets. Uh, all of this racism towards black people, all of this redlining, you know, uh, cutting us out of the housing, um, just so much things when we want to speak about the Jews, right? One thing for an actual fact, we know, right? The real historians know that it was the Jews, right? The Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, and things of that nature who funded the Atlantic slave trade. There's another thing we know that the Jews profited the most through their banking systems, and then they set up this thing with the mortgage systems. Matter of fact, if you look at your dollar bill, you look on the back, that's the Star of David with the eagle. Okay, your money is printed, but America is owned by the Jews. Okay, I don't know what part of Facebook is owned by the Jews. Maybe YouTube is owned by the Jews. When it comes to money, corporations, and power, they stick together. What they say goes, right? But that's going to be a problem because, like I said, we're going into the age of Aquarius. And all these belief systems will be destroyed. We are just seeing the calm before the storm, okay? This is what this is, the calm before the storm. So, brothers and sisters, I'm telling you now, especially if you have these social media websites and even don't even be surprised when YouTube start cutting you off if you say something wrong about the Jews, okay? Okay? They're going to cut you off. They're going to silence your voice, right? Which is illegal according to the Constitution. And if that was the case, everybody really needs to get together and file suit for them taking your information and selling it to the world without your consent and knowing, making of it. But what they do, they play with words. They use trick knowledge to get you to sign these disclaimers and non-disclosure forms and things of that nature. And we'd be so excited just to get on these platforms and shit. You don't see the trap, right? Brothers and sisters, what's up? You're going to have to We playing chess, right? So now it's time to make a sacrifice, okay? We're going to have to tone it down on social media. We're going to have to go back to the traditional way of meeting up together and doing things in the flesh, right? We don't own these platforms. I don't understand why people were just shocked with Zuckerberg. Zuckerberg is a Jew. So you think a Jew is going to allow someone who speaks against Jews on their platform, although it's illegal because it's the United States and we have something called freedom of speech, right? But who has the freedom to speak? Those in power has the freedom to speak. You understand? They have the freedom to speak. You have the freedom to listen to what they say, and if you don't like it, then you go about your merrily way, right? I'm not shocked that Facebook did what it did. Okay? And I'm not going to be shocked if everybody else follows suit with them, right? But I am shocked at those who are shocked as if they don't know what time it is. Like they don't understand this world we live in, this matrix, right? But I'm going to tell you now, the calm before the storm, because do you know how many people love Farrakhan? Do you know how many people love InfoWars and all these other, whether they're alt-rights or whatever? Do you know how many people is on these platforms that's there for them? Right? So, although, they can play with Farrakhan all they want, and, we're more lenient as a people. We're more humble to that shit, right? But you can bet your bottom dollar that alt-right and all of these neo-Nazi people, platforms, is going to respond, right? And the way they respond is going to be horrific, okay? I'm just warning you now. It's a tension in the air, okay? And these things are already written, so don't be shocked. I'm hoping it doesn't happen because I respect everybody's life. I respect everybody's opinions. But I don't respect when one group of people think that they have a right to tell other people what to say, what to do, how to spend your money. No, you can't have a loan, but this one can have a loan. No, you can't buy a house, but this one can buy a house. No, you can't live here. You got to go live over there. All this shit saying the world is, truth is manifesting itself. Let's say that, right? No longer can things be hidden. The universe is revealing it, not people. Fuck, the universe is doing this. So in their minds, I'm gonna tell you something. In their minds, they thinking, they siding with, they down together. You know what I'm saying? So they ready for the consequences. But I'm hoping that they're ready for the consequences because there's going to be a backlash behind this shit, right? I don't even have a Facebook. I don't have an Instagram. I shut all that shit down a long time ago. I do my YouTube. I mind my business. Mostly I'm on here talking ADOS. ADOS, we have to watch out too because guess what's going to happen? They're going to consider you a hate group, right? So it's time to get each other's phone numbers and addresses and meeting posts, sit around stand around the tree, form a cipher, because this is real. Okay? Shit is getting ready to explode. Let's put it that way, okay? Because don't forget, Trump is a racist too, okay? His base are these alt-rights and this neo-Nazis and shit like that. So if you when he get the word, I'm quite sure he already has the word of it. You know what I mean? Facebook gonna have a problem. Instagram gonna have a problem. Okay? Yeah, he got, he probably owing the Jews some money. They probably got him, in their pockets or however you want to say it. However, right? Trump already know when shit get real where he's going to stand with it. Okay? Speaking of him, look at that. You can't make it up. So my thing with that, and I'm extremely tired, but this was on my mind. Like when I saw it, I was like, wow. Yeah, I saw they were talking, they had a post about Snoop Dogg. Said, well, what if we ban you? Okay. But if that's the case, we waiting to see the action. Because if these people really are followers of these groups, then guess what they would have did right as soon as they announced it? They would have deleted their damn Facebook. But see, people love to be entertained by shit. You know what I mean? They love the fucking entertainment. And don't even realize like playtime been over. These people are about their work. They're serious about their business. They got something up their sleeves. Right? And you'll soon see. You will soon see. I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, I'm not saying this just to be talking. I'm telling you, like, I've been studying this shit for so long, okay? It's not only that I study these things, I went through these schools of thoughts and experienced them with my own self, for my own self, right? So I know the belief systems in these people's way of life. With the Jews don't even believe in Jesus. The Jews believe that the Messiah returns. The Messiah is going to, they're chosen and going to give them some slaves. I mean, damn, Atlantic slave trade wasn't good enough for you. You still waiting on your Messiah to crown you king and queen of this earth and give you all of these people that's non-Jew, make them your slaves? See, people gotta know their history. Gotta understand history, okay? You really do. That's the only thing gonna save us in these day times and ages, right? But I'm telling you now, brothers and sisters, I don't know, how much I can express this, okay? This is the calm before the storm, okay? Because that's only the beginning of them banning. If they ban Farrakhan, everybody else ain't a shot in hell for anybody else on their little team, small platforms talking that shit. You guys to go. And they even said if you associated with them and they see it on there, they're going to get rid of you. Okay? So what needs to happen, brothers and sisters, need to get their money together and create their own platform. I'm waiting. I'm down for donating to that. For that cause, we need our own black media. Our own social media is not that hard. Right? See, power is an illusion. Okay? Power really is an illusion. The more game you have, the more power you have, right? The more you can trick people into believing that you have something greater than them, then that's power. Okay? And when you get power, people become drunk in their power and they become very, very dangerous. They stop thinking. Let me tell you something. Whoever made that move, it's like, where did you go to school? Because you We are taught, especially in college, to critically think. So before you did that, you had to critically think, like, what are the consequences behind what we just did? What are the consequences? 'Cause every action, there's a reaction. So now we got the action of them banning them. Now, you know what I'm doing? I'm waiting for the reaction. Shit is getting ready to get ugly, okay? Shit is going, because white people going to feel as though the Jews, okay? They're going to feel like the Jews is trying to control them. They're going to feel like the Jews are trying to silence them. They're going to think like the Jews want to rule everything in America, rightfully so. The Jews got their hands in everything. Who runs hip hop? Who runs BET? And if you do the knowledge, like all these things that they're doing is the opposite of godly things. What's godly about rap? What's godly about brothers and sisters talk about killing each other in holes and all this? Who funds that? Who's been funding that? Who funds the acting, Hollywood? Who funds the banks? Who funds the mortgages? Shall I go on? People have been asleep for so long. It's like the same thing with when Ado's talking about these immigrants who came here, camouflage, and pretend to be us. Now, I'm quite sure these Europeans is looking at these Jews now like you came here camouflage. All this time we were thinking that you were um, descendants of the Civil War. Meanwhile, you don't have no connection to America. Matter of fact, the only connection you had to America, you funded slavery. Let's keep it real. Where's the lie in that? Right? See, I don't want to go deep into their history because they're going to start banning, but I want to just stay and chill and teach my shit, because really at the end of the day, I'm not a religious person. Okay? But this right here is what's going to be called the Holy War. The Christians, the Jews, the Muslims. But the problem with this shit is Islam and Christianity really is not uh, that much of an enemy. They may have some misunderstandings and shit, right? But when you really look at it, just one calling the other God something totally different. So the Bible was created, and then the Quran was created to dispute the lies that was being told in the Bible. Okay? Jesus and Muhammad came around the same time, right? These two prophets were from 2,000 years ago. You understand? Both of them. But they said Muhammad is the last prophet because Islam is younger than Christianity. However, Hebrew is older than Islam and Christianity. However, when with Hebrew, that Hebrew it belongs to the original black man, woman, and child from that region, which is now divided through a canal and all this shit. This shit is, it's like it's like, damn, why can't people see this? But I understand they can't see it because people are too lazy to learn history. If you learn history, if you go and compare and contrast religions, if you you don't even have to compare and contrast. What you need to do is understand what people are believing in. Okay, what they are believing in, right? Once you understand what they believe in, and then you got to understand behind their beliefs, they create these systems, right? Or these organizations or these policies. Because now, I'm telling you, in the White House right now, if they haven't done it, I know 3 days ago it went on the floor for that anti-Semitism bill, okay? They can already make it law if it's not law already. That if you say something about a Jew, you know, because of their synagogue and all this stuff. Imagine just imagine this shit. Like, we had all of these school shootings, right? We had all of these school shootings. And these school shootings were done by Europeans, right? Imagine if they would have put a bill out on the floor and said, we're going to do an anti-European or anti-Christian, because the majority of these people that were murdered were Christians. Imagine if they say we're going to put an anti-European Christians bill on the floor. Anybody that kills Christians or Europeans, through massacres, anybody talking rhetoric about it will be jailed. Imagine that. Imagine if they put a bill on the floor for Black Lives Matter. Any cops or anybody found gunning down black people in the streets, things of that nature. Anybody found guilty of that or creating rhetoric that can cause that will be jailed. None of those bills passing on the floor, but it's just ironic that when the Jews, they had a synagogue, like 2 or 3 synagogue shootings. Now we got to go. I'm not saying, peace be upon these souls. However, is that really in comparison of Charleston 9? Is that in comparison of these school shootings? Is that in comparison of the Las Vegas shooting? I don't want to compare it because a life is a life, but people got to wake up to this shit. People got to wake up to this shit. This shit here is hella real. Right? Hella real. But little do people understand, this is a different time, this is a different day, and this is a different age. And people are waking up, they're not going for this shit anymore. Okay? It's gonna have to be more than just a religion or a belief that's going to make people really say, well, you're some type of special person. Right? You got to understand, no one is above law. No one is above examination. See, and the problem here, it's not even a problem, but I'm just saying to my Jewish brothers and sisters, right? The European Jews, okay? I just want to say this. The universe, this is not people, you out of all people, you know what's going on. You know what time it is. You know what time it is on that cosmic clock. You know what tribe is about to rule, right? You understand what that 400-year of captivity that was funded, by, I'm not going to keep saying your name, but this is judgment. It's judgment, okay? And it ain't nothing nobody on this planet going to be able to do to stop it. And what really saddens me is you're adding fuel to the fire. You really are. You're going to have to get your platforms in order. You're going to have to sit down on your platforms and you're going to have to get some discussions done on the table about this because it's not going to end well for you. I'm just telling you what I sense. I'm telling you what the universe says. It's not going to end well if you don't. Get down. We'll sit down and start having opening discussions about this shit. This shit is real. Everybody, I'm like, in a minute, it's really going to get real once, we get this reparations going and people are going to have to start coming up with that money for our reparations. Because if you think ADOS is not going to get our reparations, but we paying tax-paying money for y'all's. I don't know. But that's a story for another day. Because we don't want to get involved with this mess right here. Really, I'm just telling you, in a minute, this is the calm before the storm. Shit get ready to get hella real around here. And out of all people, you want to fuck with the black people, and you already know that when it's dangerous. I don't know anybody that Muslims killed. It's conspiracy about them, but you can't show and prove that Minister Farrakhan running around here telling people to murder Jews. That's a bold-faced lie, and we know it is, right? All he do is, speak. You both have a disagreement, between history, between bloodlines, between beliefs. Okay? Now, with this alt-right, you have a history with them as well. The disagreement is between the history, right? Between the bloodlines, right? Between your religions, okay? I'm not saying, what they say, we all God's children, well, where is the adults, okay? So this is Mama Earth speaking to you. I'm telling you now, you're going to have to sit down. This thing that Facebook has done, I'm telling you, somebody did not sit down and think about the consequences. And if they did think about the consequences, think about this. They ready for war. Okay? Because that's what's going to happen. You're not just going to come to do something to somebody special. And really, if you really think of it, if you know a person is angry and dangerous, right? Why would you poke their bear? Why would you poke an angry bear? Right? So, I'm going to get me some rest. I'm extremely tired. I really got something personal to speak to you guys about, and I'll probably do it sometime this week, but I am extremely tired. This queen bee so busy, the universe saw fit for me to pump my brakes, okay? But we'll deal with that sometime during the weekend, right? I'm about to get me some rest. Anybody have, I'm definitely, this is just the beginning. I'm going to go a little bit deeper in this, but what I want to do, I don't want to speak where somebody thinks I hate somebody. I don't hate people, right? I love the truth, though. I really love the truth. And I'm just sending out fair warning that something is coming. Okay? Because if you let me see, Farrakhan might not react to that, but these alt-rights, you shut them down off of social media, but you forgot they still got MSNBC, which a lot of you own those too. You own the newscast, but they're going to make their knowledge born. In some kind of form of communication, I bet you that. right? So don't put yourself in a dangerous situation. You talking about danger, don't do that, because you're putting your people in a dangerous situation doing that. You're not helping with the problems. That wasn't a solution to your problem, okay? The solution to your problem is everybody got to sit down and do what's called a reset. There's no way around that. Judgment is falling upon the earth, right? What they say, Pharaoh wouldn't let the people go. His heart got harder. His head got harder. His arrogance became worse. And he became drunk in power, right? But what happened to Pharaoh? We all know it's nothing new under the sun. Everything that's been here always have been, and what? Always will be, right? So we know the end results of this shit. You can pussyfoot around all you want, but you're not going to stop what's already written, okay? I just want you guys to think about it. I think you can go back and sit around the round table and find another type of solution for that, because I'm telling you now, that's not going to look, it's not a good look, okay? It's already enough tension here. You want to throw some more gasoline on the fire, that's on you, but I'm just warning you. I'm not warning you. I'm telling you what, if people in a minute, everybody is really going to sit back and do the knowledge, and they're going to say to themselves, wait a minute, these people really trying to silence us. They're trying to stop our freedom of speech. They're trying to control us, which rightfully so you can, because you put all of those trick knowledge words in these non-disclosures where people just wouldn't sit down and read the fine line, and they just pushing, yes, I agree. Okay, I have a degree in business analytics, in architect. No, like how you build the interface, how you set it all up. So I know how to work from the front of the screen all the way back. Okay? You're not dealing with a dummy. I understand how this data mining and shit works, but I'm telling you, you got a chance. Somebody's gonna have to be the bigger and better person, sit down at the round table and figure this out. Before it's too late. Because this world, the peace in this world is just, I don't know where it's at. It's not here anymore. People are not making it better. Okay? That being said, I'm going to get me some rest, and I will build with you guys whenever I can. I can't promise you anything right now. That being said, peace.